What it is, it's your man and I, jarring your nostalgic memory again for another episode of The 90s with an I. Now today we're going to be talking about movies that are very underrated. Now when I hear about 90s movies, these are the movies that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about. They get pretty much lost in the wind, forgotten about, if you will. The ancient archive of movies. So I'm gonna give you the top 5 movies. There's a lot of movies that I feel that are very underrated, but I'm gonna give you the top 5 movies that I feel are the most underrated. Now the first one I'm gonna go with is Strapped. Now this was a movie, you couldn't even really rent this movie, not even really, you couldn't rent this movie. You had to have HBO. I had to go to my cousin's house. He had HBO so that I could watch the movie Strapped. It was, one of the first movies that we seen. Bokeem Woodham, is that what his name is? Woodbine? Bokeem, let me look it up. Bokeem Woodbine is his name. He's been in all the movies. Nobody never know his name. Bokeem Woodbine. It was the first time that we really got to see Bokeem Woodbine. Fred Rushtar was in the movie from Onyx. It was one of his first acting debuts as well. And it was an HBO movie. It was crazy. You definitely had to know somebody with some HBO to go see Strapped. It was crazy.
You don't understand English, man? I said I'm with the same thing he got.
Another underrated, one of my favorite flicks of the 90s. I mean, I always say everything's my favorite. I guess everything is my favorite. But again, one of my favorites, Class Act. Now, we've seen House Party and we knew the story between House Party. They were best friends and they would rap. This was the first time that we really seen them separated from each other as, acting roles.
Texas, abortion prevention, this girl got extension. Yabba dabba do his breath smell like doodle.
Play was the thug dude that just got out of jail, and Kid was like the smart dude that went to school, and they end up getting their names confused. So Kid had to go live Play's life, and Play had to go live Kid's life.
Tell him about the last fool who tried to mess with you. I did his book report for him. Oh, no.
So it was a crazy, I remember when they came out, I know Hydraulics was real big. I used to love lowriders and stuff. So they came out with that, with the truck. He had the truck with the back that was doing all the crazy stuff, the crazy lowrider.
This isn't mine. Oh, that's a hell of a car.
If it had lowriders in it, I wanted to see the movie that had a lowrider in it. Lowrider was probably, I don't know, a lowrider obsessed. And it was a funny movie for the time, and it was really just kind of just switched up the whole House Party theme that they had going on. Now I think Class Act really gets overshadowed because of the House Party movie, but Class Act was almost better than some of the House Party movies. Maybe not, but Class Act was definitely an underrated movie, one of the best of the 90s. Number 3, now this is one I went and rented from Blockbuster, and it was The Super. Joe Pesci in The Super. Now he was a rich dude that owned all these properties. He was a slumlord that never fixed anything in all these properties in the hood, and he was court ordered to stay in one of his apartments that was falling apart. And he goes and he's meeting all these people in the hood, and all these things happen to him. But it was definitely a show that was marketed to the hood, a movie that was marketed to the hood. I remember when he came out to play basketball, he had the little polo hoodie on with the pumps on, the Reebok pumps on. I mean, I don't know, this movie should have won an Academy Award. I don't know why Joe Pesci doesn't talk about this movie more often. The Super was a classic for the 90s. All right, number 2, another one that was marketed to the hood. I feel like was marketed to the hood, even though it was just about some white dude crashing out. I'm talking about the movie Falling Down. Now, when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know why they just keep messing with this dude. Like, he's just trying to get to the crib. I couldn't understand why he's snapping so hard because he can't get breakfast in the lunchtime. But I mean, I didn't want to crash out about that other times. If I go in there, I want breakfast. It's 10:05. Like, why I can't get breakfast? I mean, sometimes I want to go in there and crash out with the Tech 9 and start shooting up the joint too if I can't get no hash browns and some pancakes. I don't want a burger.
I'd like some breakfast. We stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
I mean, I remember the one scene, he's got a missile launcher, he don't know how to use it, so a bunch of kids come up from the hood and they show him how to work the rocket launcher. The little kids show him how to work the rocket launcher. White dude with a tie crashes out in the hood, I guess. falling down. But I remember also, you know, they had lots of, they definitely marketed this to the hood. I mean, there was a shot where he came out and Sir Mix-a-Lot has got his advertisement for Baby Got Back, and it's just a big ass. It's just a big blow up ass that says Sir Mix-a-Lot on the back. Like that was their campaign in the movie. And then at the end when they're talking and stuff like that, if you look in the back, there's a MC Hammer poster in the back. So they had so many hip hop references and urban references in the movie, but it's really about just some white dude crashing out in the hood. All right, the number one underrated movie. I literally barely hear anybody ever even mention this movie, which is crazy. During that period of time, Yo MTV Raps was crazy. Super popular. Dr. Dre, Ed Lover, not the other Dr. Dre from the West Coast. If you don't know, there's a Dr. Dre and an Ed Lover that hosted Yo MTV Raps. Now they were given the opportunity to be in the movie. They were popping so much they were given their own movie. Now the movie is about them two, Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, playing themselves as barbers. And in the midst of the movie, there was some land struggle and their best friend and mentor was killed. Now they become police officers in the movie because this was their friend's dying wish.
I'm just reading in the paper today, the police force is hiring brothers.
The police? Nick, ain't trying to be the man. Dre, you trying to be the man? I am not trying to be the man.
So they go, they take the test, they become police officers, and now, of course, they're gonna investigate the death. The movie has so many stars at that time. It was almost like if you wasn't in the movie, you wasn't even popping at that time. I mean, Criss Cross was in the movie, Salt and Pepper was in the movie, Naughty by Nature was in the movie, Humpty Hump, the Humpty Hump, Digital Underground, they was in the movie. Once again, if it was a movie with some cars with hydraulics in it, I was trying to go see it, and that was one of the little advertisements when you seen the clip for the movie. They turned the police car into a lowrider, so they coming out hitting switches in the police car and doing all type of stuff, and everybody like, yeah. So I thought, that was definitely gonna pull me in. Anything with a lowrider would have pulled me in back in the day, once again. But Who's the Man? Probably the number one underrated, slept on movie of the 90s. All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. Another episode of the 90s with N.I. What do you think the most slept on movie that you could think of? What was a movie that you just loved as a kid in the 90s and you don't hear nobody talking about no more? When they name the top best movies, these movies is not being mentioned. Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe. It's the 90s with N.I.